Hello, K-Stars. It's time for some math. We are going to be using one of these. Do you remember what this is called? I'll give you a hint. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Remember, it's a 10 frame. We use them all the time. So we are going to be using a 10 frame, and we are going to be using some counters, and we are going to be building 10 and then writing a number sentence to match what we built. But we are not just going to be using it on paper or on a whiteboard. We are going to be using something a little bit fun. So you might recognize this. This is an egg carton. It's the bottom of an egg carton. And the great thing about it is you can make your very own 10 frame out of it. So there are actually 12 eggs in a carton typically. So there are 12 spots here, which is too many for my 10 frame. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take off these two right here on the end by using my scissors, hopefully. And since we know that 10 and 2 more is 12, when we take those two off, we've now got 10. Now for counters, we are going to be using, well, I am going to be using pieces of paper. So in the past, I've used coins. That's something you can use. We used snacks the other day when we did subtraction. But I have these pieces, this colored paper. So I just cut it up into little pieces. You could also just use white paper and color it different colors, but you are going to want to use two different kinds of colors. Or two different kinds of counters. All right, and I'll show you how to play. The other tool you're going to need is either, if you have a dice at home, that would work. Maybe you have a dice from like a board game, or number cards. So we used these the other day when we played that comparing game. You could use playing cards if you have those at home, or if you don't, you can make your own cards, and you just want to have them with numbers either 1 through 10 or 0 through 10, because we're not going to use numbers higher than 10 because we're only building up to 10 today. So what you're going to do, if you're using cards, you would pull a card. All right, so I pulled a 6. So what I'm going to do is I am going to choose one of my colors, and in my egg carton 10 frame, I'm going to build 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So now I've got 6 in my 10 frame, and on my board or paper, you probably have paper, I'm going to record 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So my first number is going to be 6. I think there's a little glare on this from the light. I hope you guys can see that. And then your job is to find out how many more you need to make 10. So there's lots of ways to do this, but if you're using your egg carton, you can use the other color paper and count how many more you need to make 6. 1, 2, 3, sorry, more to make 10. Oops. 4. So you started with 6 and you needed 1, 2, 3, 4 more to make 10. So you can use a different color marker to record 1, 2, 3, 4. So 6 plus 4 makes 10. Then you would take out your counters and also erase your number equation. And use a different card to make a different equation, a different number sentence for addition. So these nifty little erasers on the back of my markers. All right, so you're gonna keep the 10 and you're gonna keep the plus sign because you're still going to be doing addition. But this time you're going to pull a different number. So this time I pulled a 2. So I'm going to build 1 and 2. Those blues are a little dark. And record. So then I recorded 2 in my 10 frame. And I'm going to write the number 2. And then I need to figure out how many more will make 10. So I'm going to use the other color. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So 8 more make 10. So 2 plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 makes 10. 2 plus 8 equals 10. So see how many ways you can find to make 10. And don't forget, there's those reverse facts too. So if you start with 8, how many more would you need to make 10? All right, I hope you guys have fun.